belief there. It's still 10 points. It would be the greatest of great escapes. Is the flame flickering?
Well, it's the strangest season of all time, potentially, isn't it? So who can write them off? Based on what they were like last season, then you can't totally write them off. They showed unbelievable form last season. In fact, going away from home wasn't a problem to them at all. They only lost against the real big boys. So they've got it in them. The squad hasn't changed that much since last season. And in fact, they've added a few players to it and spent a fair bit of money. So we all think they're going to go down. It's a mountain to climb. But as I say, they have shown it before. It's not like they've come up from the Championship and all of a sudden we're wondering, have they got it in them? Last season, they were brilliant. So if they can repeat that.
Well, there we go. 10 points. What do you think?
It's unlikely, let's be honest, but I think that result was unlikely. I don't think anybody would have anticipated that. But if they can defend like they did today and find a way to score first and then have something to defend, then I think they are hard to play against because they get so many bodies behind the ball. But I mean, it's incredibly unlikely. 8 points after 19 games? I mean, they're a long way back, but they showed real bravery, not only at 1-1, but even to chase the game at 2-1. Ollie Burke came on. They sensed that, there was something there for them, and you got to credit them that they really pushed, and they deserve something from the game. Maybe they didn't deserve to win it, but they definitely deserved at least a point from the game.
You're right. Manchester United got level. Everybody expected United to go on. Oliver Burke will cherish that moment he was talking about. However, talk me through the defending here.
Well, it was a really strange goal because you're watching it and it's almost like it was in slow motion. And they had two bites of the cherry, really, to close Burke down. You see here the front four of Manchester United, they sort of jog back, they amble back, and then all of a sudden they're just watching. It's like they're spectators, and all of a sudden, the ball's sort of still in play. And then they react. I mean, they're still watching, and now all of a sudden, now the ball comes in. Now Fernandes thinks, there's a spare man there. I mean, we've looked at it a few times, me and Owen, and we're trying to sort of pin somebody on it. I don't think De Gea can do much there. Burke is standing on his own. Tuanzebe actually sees him, but he can't really vacate that important area in the centre of midfield, in the centre of the heart of the defence. Pogba is looking at the man on the edge of the box, you see, and all of a sudden he's just left on his own. As you can see, this is a great angle for it. Maybe Fernandes needs to come back earlier, spot the danger, but we're not going to take away the moment for Mr. Burke.
But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be furious when he sees that, won't he?
Well, he'll be really furious with the transition of initially, because I don't think Sheffield United really wanted to attack. There was only really one play up the pitch, but because the front four didn't really come back, there was almost two blocks. And then the Sheffield United players thought, wow, there's a chance here. And they all kind of joined in slowly. As Mo said, it was almost slow motion. And credit Ole Burke. He's not a goal scorer. He's never scored in the Premier League. He just sat in that little pocket of space in between the two lines, between the back four. Telles and Matic, they swapped positions, and I think that created a tiny bit of confusion. You just see there, that's Telles. He's off the pitch there. Watch, De Gea plays it to the area where Telles would be. So Matic pops out. Telles tries to fill in, but Burke, as Mo said, gets a shot at it there, and then he sits in that little pocket. He's away from Telles, he's away from Pogba, away from Fernandes, and they just react a little bit late. I feel sorry for Tuanzebe because I think he's a good player. He's involved in the first goal. He doesn't win the header in his box with De Gea, and then that one takes a deflection there. So as a young player, you want to come in and play great, like he did against PSG. Today was a huge game for him, and unfortunately for him, he was involved in both goals, which were avoidable.
The only thing I would say is full credit to Sheffield United. They're bottom of the league. They've just conceded. They're 1-1. You'd think, right, let's just keep hold of this. Let's sit back. As that shot was going in, there was 7 players in and around the edge of the box. 7 players away at Old Trafford. I mean, that's fair play. That's a commitment.
Yeah.
Now, of course, as Owen said, might have helped because Manchester United players weren't tracking back so quickly, so they thought, right, let's throw caution to the wind. But not often you see the top teams throwing 7 men forward against Manchester United, so maybe they deserved a little bit of luck.
Oh, well, luck is what Chris Wilder said to us beforehand, with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek that he would need. He's got all 3 points, as you just heard, since the first time since 1973. Sheffield United have won at Old Trafford. Here he is. But when they wake up in the morning, they're still 10 points from safety, and they've still got to play for Manchester City next.
But at least they have something now where they can say that was us last season, and it's still there. We still got it. And I know it's hard to say, but they've been a little bit unlucky at times, because they've been close in games. They played pretty well. They haven't really been blown away by many teams, but the margins are so fine, and if, in terms of they're not getting the clean sheets, they're not defending as well, they're not scoring at the top of the pitch, and not getting that first goal. You saw today, even against one of the best teams in the division, you get the first one, you get something to hang on to. If they get that, then they're a hard team to play against.
Talking of fine margins, let's have a look at the goal that put Sheffield United in front, because it created much discussion, given that United had one disallowed as well, Michael, in that half. Yeah,
I mean, without the Manchester United goal being disallowed, I don't think it would have had quite the effect on quite the discussion. I thought it was a perfectly fine goal. You can see what Sheffield United think of David De Gea and the Manchester United defence by the way they're setting up. They're thinking, right, we can put pressure on this goalkeeper. He might come out, he might be, quite weak. It's exactly what he was. He didn't jump high enough. He wasn't strong enough. Yes, he got a little nudge from Billy Sharp. Billy Sharp actually tripped over his own player in Phil Jagielka there, you can just quite clearly see. Now, of course there's a touch, I'm not saying there isn't, but I don't think there was enough to say that was a foul. You are allowed to challenge goalkeepers. The only thing is, if you're a Manchester United fan, you're absolutely spitting feathers at the next one, because if that's not a foul, then this certainly isn't, is my opinion, and I think that goal should have stood.
Yeah, I'm with Mo. They're virtually the same thing. So if you're not going to blow the whistle against, for United in that first one there, I don't think Harry Maguire does much wrong there. The referee blows it dead straight away. You see that on the picture there. Harry Maguire is just trying to play the ball. As he plays the first one, goes up on the air. He doesn't even look at the goalkeeper, just trying to win it. It comes together almost at the same time. Ramsdale drops it. But as Mo said before, goalkeepers are quite protected. If they get any bump, the referee tends to blow the whistle, as he did. And I think it was unfortunate for United, because they were very similar.
Yeah, Ramsdale makes a bad decision there. He should punch that. As soon as you see that someone's about to come and... look what David De Gea tries to do. Even though he doesn't jump, he still tries to do the right thing and punch it. You're never, ever going to catch the ball when there's all people jumping around you. And Ramsdale makes a bad decision. And he got very lucky that the referee saved him, because if he had punched it, it would have been fine, it would have been clear, and they could argue all they like, but it was the referee that bailed him out with a soft decision, I thought.
And when Manchester United get level through Harry Maguire, you expect them then to go on and win that game?
Yeah, I thought they would win quite comfortably, actually. Even when they were one down, I just thought this is a fabulous ball in from Telles. Brilliant header from Harry Maguire. And then even just the body language of Harry Maguire, get back, come on, we're going to get a second one. But it never materialised. I can't really remember Ramsdale having to make many saves. Just one great ball in from Telles and a fabulous header from Harry Maguire. But they just weren't at it today, United, offensively or defensively. You think about Marcus Rashford or Martial or Greenwood, Pogba, Fernandes. That fabulous front five, they didn't really create anything. And defensively, they were quite vulnerable at times. So I think Oli will be, even though the form's been fabulous, he'll be disappointed that they just weren't at the races today.
Yeah, Harry Maguire's first Old Trafford goal against his former club.
We didn't play to the level that we've been playing at in recent weeks. We've got to do more, we've got to create more, from open play. And then obviously we give them 2 goals. So you're giving any team 2 goals. It makes it hard for you to win the game, and it's a disappointing night. But now it's time to stand up and be counted, because it's all easy when you're winning football matches and when you're playing well. But when you lose and you get kicked down, it's about how quick you get back up, and we've got a big game Saturday that we need to bounce back with and get the 3 points there.
Yeah, you're missing something throughout the match, but particularly in the first half. It's like there's a lack of spark, a little pace missing.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like we started the game in full control of the match. Goals change games. It gives them that little bit more energy. They go more defensive. They slow the game down. I'm not taking nothing away from them, because I'm sure they'll say it was a great performance. But no, we've got to do more. We've got to create more. We've got to look more threatening. And obviously we fall behind to a soft goal, and we made it hard for ourselves. We managed to get ourselves back into the game. And then for sure we can't lose the game from there.
Yeah, once you scored the header, everyone expected United to push on and then close out the game, but it just didn't happen. A little inspiration missing, maybe.
Yeah, I think, like you say, we got back into the game. We knew at half time that the next goal would be crucial, and it didn't turn out to be. We felt like if we scored the next goal, we'd gone to win the game. We've done it numerous times this year, so we had great belief that we could do that again. But like I've said, we wasn't good enough tonight. We didn't perform to a level that we expect from ourselves. We've got to go back, obviously tomorrow, rest, recover, prepare better than we ever have done before for Saturday, because it's a big game and we need to bounce back.